Hi everybody. Today I'm going to talk about Reiki. I know a lot of people are hearing about Reiki these days, but not everybody knows what it is, so I thought I'd take an opportunity to explain. Hi, I'm Joe Shepard. This is the Fractal Realms. Reiki is a form of spiritual healing. It was discovered by Dr. Mikao Usui in the mid-1800s. We say discovered, not invented or created, because Dr. Usui said he uncovered it by studying ancient healing texts and through his connection with spirit. Now, Reiki is a spiritual practice. It brings healing to the client and self-enlightenment to the practitioner. It is not a medical practice. It is a spiritual practice. What Reiki is, well, the word precisely, Reiki consists of two words put together. Rei being universal and Ki meaning life energy or life force. Put them together, you have universal life force. In the Western culture, we'd be more familiar with referring to this as the Holy Spirit or just Spirit. And so what a Reiki practitioner is doing is he's channeling the Holy Spirit and bringing that healing energy and directing it to the client. If you like, and you're not familiar with the term Holy Spirit, then you can I could substitute the God of your understanding. Well, understand that Reiki is not magic. The Reiki practitioner is not the source of the healing energy, and he doesn't claim to be the source of the healing energy. The Reiki practitioner can try to target that energy into something, but in the end, spirit is better at understanding these things, and the Reiki goes to where it's most needed. Reiki is a transmission of healing energy. In a one-on-one session, the practitioner would work hands-on with actually putting his hands on the client or working within the spiritual atmosphere of that client to heal that person's spirit. The practice actually is one of healing spirit. It's not one, can't stress it enough, it's not a medical practice. The Reiki is healing the spirit and the energies around the client, and then the spirit heals the client. So it's actually a form of self-healing in the end, where the energy of Reiki has stimulated your spirit to heal yourself. Now, Reiki is not bound by time and space, so it doesn't have to be a one-on-one session in order for it to be effective. A Reiki Master can just as easily connect to a person's spirit at any time, at any place, at any distance, and the effects of doing so are the same as if the client and the Reiki Master were in the same place. Now, what you can expect when getting a Reiki session is one, if you're not familiar with Reiki, the Reiki practitioner will normally teach you a little bit about, explain it like I'm explaining it, and then he will, if it's a one-on-one session, you'll probably lay down on like a massage table, and he'll proceed to channel that energy to you. You are in a position where you can talk, you can be quiet and meditate, you can tell the practitioner if something's bothering you, or you can choose not to. It doesn't matter that you're going to receive the Reiki. The important thing is that your intention be to receive the Reiki healing. So oftentimes the Reiki practitioner will ask you to say something very specific about, "Hi, I'm Joe Shepard and I'm ready to receive this Reiki healing," so that you've set that intention. Well, I'm going to talk briefly about how one learns to do Reiki. Reiki, think about a young child and his mother, and the young child just fell and skinned his elbow, and mom immediately, instinctively will touch it or kiss it and say the boo-boo's all better. Well, that's just an instinctive form of understanding that healing energy can transfer from one person to the other through contact. And so that is really one of the most basic forms of Reiki, and people do it all the time. To get more proficient in understanding of it, there's really many ways of learning it. There are many styles of Reiki, and Reiki's been around for 150, 200 years, somewhere in there. And during the time when it's been evolving, many places, many countries, many different people have created different variations on how to do it and how to teach it. None of those are considered to be particularly more effective than any other. Reiki is what it is, and if you've learned one way or you've learned another, it's still effective. Now, what I have learned is Usui Reiki. I've also learned Kundalini Reiki, and I learned those using a number of different methods. Very typically, Usui will be taught in like a teacher-apprentice model, where the teacher will decide when the student is ready to go from one level to another level. Oh, so there are 4 levels. There is Reiki 1, Reiki 2, Reiki Master, and Reiki Teacher. So each one of those levels have new things and new concepts for the student to learn, like any training. And again, in that teacher-apprentice model, it's up to the teacher to decide when that student's ready to move on. But not everybody can get in touch with a Reiki Master or Reiki Teacher. Some people have to learn through alternative means, and you can learn through books, you can learn through online courses. The most important point to understand is that there is an attunement process where the Reiki Master will attune your spirit to a higher level, so you have this higher energy to be able to connect with spirit and bring that energy forward. That process can only be done by a Reiki Master, and Reiki practitioners consider those sessions sacred. And I was going to say some more, but I think that about sums it up. I am going to be following this up with a Reiki session. I hope you stay tuned. Thanks.